Okay, so you guys have started to build your portfolio using the Build Your Portfolio module?
Yes.
All right. So, and you know already that it was under the digital experience all site. You have to create your domain, you have to choose a theme, etc. Right? So we're going to proceed with this builder, which opens up this portion. So in order for you to actually proceed with anything here, the first thing that you have to do is decide what pages you want to have, right? So to create a page, this is the way to do it. So you have the About Me, Education or Certificate, etc., etc. So you just click, usually I just do the standard page and flexible layout. And you just, whatever. I've run out. Let's say I have a separate certification page, which I don't, but so you click tab and you will have that, and you'll have to just copy and use that for my API.
And for the URL, what do you enter?
Once you have this name here and you click tab, it will auto populate the URL. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the API is how you will map that out so that it actually appears on your menu. So as you can see, the new page has this column, etc. And you can change that layout. Let's say you want 2 columns or 3, or where's the 3? I don't see the 3. This was supposed to be the 3, I guess. Anyway, yeah. All right. So once you do that, or you can also create another section. If you click on this plus, wait, this, I hate that when the rich content editor appears. So you can hit that and it will give you another section. So before you even create your page, you can try to imagine how you want to lay it out, what you will want to put in there. Okay. So let's say you want a space for each certificate. So yeah, column 1, column 2, column 3 will do, right? So let's say you want to put a picture in there. The best way to do that will be to click on the components and grab one of which this rich content editor. Okay. So let's say you just want to give it a heading first. You double click inside or until you get in there and then say administrator certificate, and you want that centered, you want that bold, etc., etc. You choose your font, etc., etc., and that. Anyway, so, and then you want to actually put the picture, you can just do it like this. And while you're in there, you see this icon here, that's the picture.
Okay.
And then you can upload your image. Now I have already uploaded several, as you probably have guessed. So this area here actually will land in your files. If you go to your apps, files are there. The problem with this is you won't really know how they look like. They all look like this. Whereas if you go to the builder, somehow, even though they're small, you have an idea how they look like, right?
So I have a question here, Laurie.
Yeah.
So in the file, like, in the apps and files folder, like, did you download it from somewhere, upload it, or?
No, I uploaded it all from here. And then later on, I was like, where did they go? So I looked for them and I found them here.
So does this come with the org or?
It does, it does.
Okay.
But your storage is limited. I don't know how many more images I can put in there, but I was still able to upload my resume. So let's say you're gonna upload your resume. If you open your resume, this is a good thing about this. You can update, like if you made any changes on your computer, and then you just upload, it automatically replaces that. So you don't have to actually delete and then upload your new one. It just changes that. And when you do that, this will be slow. Anyway, if you do that, it will actually ask you for what changed. So it keeps track of the changes of your document, which was cool. Where did I? Oh, I have it in the document. Anyway, let's not waste our time there. But yeah, that would be how it would look like. And then this public link here, as you know, on my, let's go first to my live version here. So this is the live version. This QR code, created the QR code using that public link. And then when I pasted this image, I after I generated the code, I generated also this image that I downloaded on my computer and uploaded to my builder. And then when I uploaded that, I also linked it to my public URL. So whether they scan it or they click on it, the URL, the public URL of my resume will appear and they can download it if they want. Anyway, so I
just
suggest, yeah.
Sorry, Laurie, I just wanted to quickly ask you, is there a limit to the size of the images, and can you have like a GIF, for example, as your image?
I would suggest that you try to make sure that your images are small. Usually when you get them from the internet anyway, you look for GIFs or images or logos. They're pretty small. So
Okay.
I'm not sure how much the capacity will be, but
Okay, thank you.
poor
Yeah,
Benita, she always tries to get in, but oh,
Yeah.
anyway,
I had a question
yeah.
regarding, are you using a developer org to make this, or?
This
can
one
you-
is on the developer org. My mistake that I did was when I had my job application tracker, I made it on a playground. I should have just created this. I should have just created it inside this dev org as well. However, even though my job application tracker is in a playground and I have this one on a dev org, I still was able to make them talk to each other using the web to lead form.
Can you repeat that, what you just said, Laurie?
So I have a job application tracker in a playground. This is my job application tracker. The thing is, so this was in a playground from this one. But my portfolio is in a dev org. And on my, let me just exit out of this one. We'll go back to that later. As you know, in my guest book, I created the web to lead form, which this one generates a lead that will land on my leads in the job application tracker, which is in the playground. Get it?
Cool.
I have a
Wow.
hard time, Laurie, I have a hard time with this process I created the web to lead form and
Mm-hmm.
I created the landing page as well.
Mhm.
But I'm stuck. Like once in the preview thing, when I submitted my form and I don't know where it is going. Nothing is
Oh,
created
think-
and like
I think I know
all
what. So you know how that web to lead looks like? Oh wait.
yeah.
So you have to make
Do you
sure
mind,
that
Lori, like, do you mind showing, like, how do you, like, created this web to lead?
yeah, we will go there
Okay.
later.
Okay, thank
So
you.
I'm just suggesting that if you are going to make a job application tracker, you do it in your dev org as well, where you have your portfolio. That way you don't have to jump between the two. If you haven't started making your job application tracker. Anyway,
Lori, can I ask one question? Sorry to interrupt. When you're creating new pages, it says, you can pick an API name that might be helpful for a developer. Do you do anything different there or do you leave it blank?
no, not really. The only thing is like if you are using two words like about me, I guess you will have to use the proper way, which if you're creating the page and you're not using, let's say there are some characters that are not acceptable, it seems like it, so it probably won't allow you anyway to save as that. So the important thing is that you know what they have to be very related, so that when you create your menu, it will be there will be no confusion. Anyway, we'll go there. However, maybe we should just write down or put in your chats your questions, and we'll go to that. I'll try to walk you through this first. Okay. I'll try to be methodical. So once you have created your pages, let's go back to the certification so I can demonstrate you the different components that you probably might want to use. So as you can see, the rich content editor, you can put your pictures, you can embed a video URL. You're not going to put a video in here. The HTML editor was where I put the web to lead code. Okay, so you'll have to replace that. Of course, you can always change your the way this looks like. Let's say you've already filled this, but you wanted to go back to, let's say you want to make it double column instead of 3. You can still do that. So yeah, but it might rearrange the contents. So sometimes if I have everything filled out already and I don't want how it rearranged the contents, before I actually try to change it, I would create another one below, it's just so much easier to move things around if I have an extra. And even if you have an extra section here, but you only have these ones having contents, what happens is when you are on the live page, this section here does not appear like an empty space on the live page. So if you have this below for the footer and you have this first section here filled with whatever contents, this space here does not show in between those two, okay? So anyway, so after you have made your pages, let's go back to the home page. Then you probably want to address how your homepage looks like. So for my theme, I use the Cypress. And if you will encounter the issue that I had with Cypress, the Cypress had a logo, which was the word Cypress. So it took me a while to figure out that it wasn't a text, it was a logo. And to change that, let's say here, to change that, to remove the logo of Cypress, I had to go here. That was something that was taught to me by one of the attendees. So the Cypress logo was in here and I had to clear this. So you might encounter that too, that this is where you're going to remove that. Okay. So now to create your menu, you will have to, it defaults to this one, default navigation. But to actually have those components of your menu, because not all your pages will be there. Like what I did with my guest book here. If you sign my guest book, the next page, the landing page is what it's called, brings you to a thank you page. I don't have that in my menu, okay? So to actually have the pages on the menu, you have to add your menu item. It will have like, I don't know, 3 or so default pages there. So you will have to delete one of them, or, you know, and then add yours. So when you have, let's say I want to add a certification, so you will still have to name it. So my thank you page, I actually named it thanks. So so the certification or certifications, I don't know, I can remember what I did with it. It is a site page. So this is how you map it. And then you look for where that was. Did I actually? Oh yeah, I did save it. And you make sure that you make it publicly available. Now, if you notice that I have down here the tiles with the GIFs, this is where you put those GIFs. So remember, menu, put the GIFs or images that you want to put in there. Okay. They won't
Okay.
appear on the actual menu, but they will appear on the tile.
Okay.
I don't really want to add the certification there. Okay. So for the menu, you can add more items in there. If you have more pages to put in, you can make it align to the left or align to the right or to the center, or distribute them uniformly, etc. And of course, you can put an image there if you want. I just put a color. It will ask you, you know, just point wherever. If you like, if you like how it looks like, then leave it there. Now for the links, you can choose the color that you want, however they look like. So to know how they look like, you can have, you know, you keep publishing every time you change, and then you just go to the live page, refresh it if you want, or you can use the preview. When you are using the preview, you have 2 choices: preview as authenticated user and as a guest user. I would suggest you use the guest user, because as an authenticated user, that means you are a Salesforce user authorized to be seeing this page. What do you see? There was a time I was seeing all this, but on the live page, they were not appearing. So that is a major issue, and I actually made a video about that to troubleshoot or to fix it. But to go there, where am I now? Oh, because I'm not back to builder. That's why I'm not seeing this part here. Okay. So now that we're back to the builder, I want you to go to the settings. Make sure that this is public. And this part here, guest user profile. You will have to click on this to bring you to this page. This is what your guest user will be allowed to see. So this is your security settings. It landed on the profile. So you'll have to edit that and look for anything you can find that has to do with pages outside. So I just look for anything like files and images and whatnot. I can't remember now where I did them, but the files will be under libraries too, or libraries is under files, something like that. So I just look for anything that I could find and give access. Let's say probably at some point in the future, I might have some service. So I just check those two. Documents, I made that public, whatever, you know. So once I had them configured, then I just save that. So hopefully that will make your images, all that you uploaded there, accessible by any guest. And so down here too, let's see. I really have that drop down. Okay, so this just controls. You see the changes as I move this?
Yes.
So it was this height there and whatever. Now the search, if you will, if I will exit out of this. So this is the, that is the search button, right? There is a choice to make it where is it? Right there. Search style collapsed. If I make it expanded, watch what happens. So we have this, okay?
Mhm.
But I want it collapsed. Okay. So now this part here will go here. I'm not really sure what this is. I left it at that. So the background, I cleared whatever image came with the theme, and I changed it to this. And then you can configure, you can just play with this, how you want your image to appear, because your image might be small or might be too big, etc. So just play with these settings to see how it looks like and how you like it to appear. Okay.
And where did you get this image from?
I just Google them. I usually would type in Salesforce mascot images, and then the search results, I would click on the images itself, or I might look for GIFs. So depending on what I need. And then if you are going to save them, I suggest that you save them as where you want them to be. Let's say homepage. You label them as homepage when you save them in your computer. That way it will be easier for you to, okay, I'm going to put this in my homepage. You're going to upload them. Once you see them on your computer, you know exactly which one to put in that spot.
Mhm.
So let's say this one, Possum, I named her About Me. I named Jiffy About Me. I named this Jiffy Education, something like that. What else can we do here? So you can also adjust the size of your image there. I could make it shorter like that, but I wanted the boat to appear. That's why I have it set the way it was. Okay, so this part here, welcome Ohana, this is that, okay? You can change the color. So you just play with whatever color, make sure that the contrast is good, that people can actually read it. So that's my Lori Tibbetts portfolio. The subtitle, that's my subtitle. And there was a default primary button there that was like a learn more. So let's say you want this to link to, I don't know, LinkedIn, you can put it there. But I have so many links that I preferred not to have that. And instead I have all those links down here. Okay.
Okay.
So now for the tiles, you have to drag the tile here, from here to here. Once you do that, whatever you have set in the navigation menu will appear here, the about me, education experience, blah, 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 and the images that you assign to them. For you to actually configure how they look like. You remember when you did the build your portfolio on Trailhead, how it had the blue band up here? So if you will click inside, okay. So this is where you configure them. Let's play with this. Full, no overlay. What happens? Whenever you make changes there, you just wait a while and they appear, okay? So that's how full, no overlay looks like. Partial, that's how it looks like. So I want full with overlay. And then, let's see, not sure about this. I don't think I have that. The text. So I just kind of played with the different sizes and see how they look like, which to me that's too small. And then of course you can align the text. You can put it in the center, which if I did that, I can barely read my text. So you just play with them, see where you want them.
Okay.
Okay. So now, so this part here is, I think that was the sections, you see this longer one versus this shorter sidebar here. I think that came default, if I remember correctly, that was a default in the homepage itself. So I just opted to drag a rich content editor here. And so once you get in there, so you have this menu again, you can type whatever, and then you can insert image. Let's say I want to insert another image. Let's just go to my library. Where are they? There. Okay. Let's see. What image don't I have there? Whatever. Nope. Let's say this one. So the image will appear where your cursor was. You can resize that. So as you can see, it doesn't fit anymore. I also have, I believe I have this set for like maybe middle. I don't remember, but you can certainly play. So and then if you want to link this, once you have your image there, oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Once you have this image here, you put your cursor there to highlight it, and then click this button to put the link to that. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's just pretend that it's not a QR code, whatever, like your LinkedIn. So you put your LinkedIn address. I'm gonna delete this now. I'm just gonna delete this because I don't need that. So yeah, that's how this one. Oh, come on, my mouse is just jumping. So you can edit the link, but that's my link for the profile URL. This one is of course mail to, and then your email address. And these are also URL links for the Trailhead account, my YouTube account. So this is just the image of the QR code that I downloaded I created, then I downloaded for my resume page. Remember how to do that?
Can you show one more time?
So what I did on my files, once I had the PDF of my resume here,
Mhm.
you create a public link. It takes a while for the initial link to be generated, but once you generate that, you copy the link. And then you go to a QR generator. Now here's the thing that I discovered with QR generators. If you don't have an account, they will expire. So you can choose whichever, and then just put your URL. So there are different choices, but I just want the URL. You might be tempted to do this PDF. Don't bother. You just need the URL. That PDF will ask you to upload your resume, which you already have it in your org anyway. So just do the URL and then enter the code, and that's the created code. And then you can change whatever, however it looks like. I believe for this site, if you choose the color, that's where it invites you to subscribe, I believe. I don't know. Ooh, let's try that. Oh. So yeah, just play with that. So once you have it, you can download. So save it as QR for resume
Okay.
or whatever name you want. All right, let's go back to the builder. So let's see, the about me. As you can see, I only used one section, but here I use tabs. And this is where you find them, tabs, okay? So you just drag that, and once you have it there, if you click on these areas here, the tabs appear. So initially, the default is tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. So you'll just have to add or change the names, you know. And then your tabs will appear here. Let's say, so okay, I have a new tab. This area here does not have anything underneath yet. You will have to drag whatever, which I've been using this rich content editor. So, oops, I guess it did not effectively go there. There. So I have it there, and you can type whatever. Okay, so there you have a new tab. Now how do I get you out of there? Anyway, let's just try to publish. Oh, I don't want to. let me just remove this. How do I get? I'll just
Yeah.
yes. Okay. Where are my others? Oh my God, did I delete the whole thing? I hope not. Oh my God, I deleted the whole thing.
You can get it from the recycle, right?
I can undo,
Delete it. Yeah, undo.
but it takes some time if you do the undo.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just get this out of there. All right. So yeah, those are, and these are just, you know, just add pictures. You can actually put pictures side by side, depending on how big you want them. Yeah. And you know already how to hyperlink the text, Like you just highlight. Okay. Okay. So it's pretty much the same for the other pages here. Oh, the footer. So for the default, there was a footer. I just put a rich content editor there and just put whatever I wanted. That's the boring part. Okay, so let's go to the project. So you basically know now how to lay out your pages. So if you are going to put a video, what you will do is on this menu here, this is how you add the URL of your video. So you must have a website where you house your videos, either YouTube or Gmail or whatever, which I have a YouTube video, as you all know. I mean, a YouTube channel. So I just grab the link from my video that I want to appear here and paste it here, and it will populate this. But the thing is, with this, I can't seem to reduce the size. So I just left it at that. I might change the way it looks like by creating 2 columns instead. So also, you know, this one, you can see how it should look like on the mobile. And the menu will be just, oops. Of course, I won't see it here, but you will have to look at it on your mobile to actually see how it looks like. But you can also change the way it looks like here. Anyway, I mainly just did the desktop, and then I would look at my my mobile and see how they appear. On the community. Now, this is one thing that I felt the urgency. The reason why I actually wanted also to teach newbies like me how to build their portfolio early was because I want them to plan ahead what to put and just start building your story on LinkedIn, wherever. Create a channel, start making videos, because those will be what you will put in your portfolio. So I have in my mind, before I even built my portfolio, I wanted something to put in the community. And every chance I got, whenever something happened on LinkedIn, that I would be like, oh, this is something that I can put in my community page. So I joined She-Force with, and then when people started asking me about the portfolio, how I built it, I was like, okay, I can teach them. That will be a self-initiated project that benefits the community, as well as demonstrating to potential employers that I can do teaching because that will be part of our job. And at the same time, I can showcase whatever it is that I'm learning, right? It demonstrates the way I communicate and how effective my training is. So as a result of that, I have a story to tell here under community with regards to that. So all that's been happening really, it's like this portfolio has become my blog, so that every time something significant happens, I will be like, oh, I need to put it there. I need to put it there. I need to put this there. Yeah. And I also have, of course, I joined Trailblazer communities, although I'm less active there. But yeah, so every time you will have something, just think of, oh, maybe I can put this in my portfolio. So not only are you going to build your story on LinkedIn, you also are building your story here. And you know how so far I have written 3 articles. Where did I put that? Maybe it's in the about me. I also highlighted that, I think in my Salesforce maybe. Oh, this one, published articles on LinkedIn. So I have that. These are all on LinkedIn. And then I thought I'd just put this one there. So, all right. So, resources is boring. It's just a page for whatever I used to review, which I probably will add some more as I go through App Builder and Sales Cloud and whatnot. So yeah, this portfolio is gonna be like a blog. Now, go to the guest book. If you would please, I will ask you. Okay, so you know how, let's change this filter here. Ooh. What was I supposed to create a date? Equals today. Oh, somebody already did. Hi, Melissa. So, if you could, I'm pasting it. I'm pasting the guest book on the chat. If you could just fill out even your first name, last name to demonstrate that they will actually land on this list. Let me know if you're done.
I'm not going to do it because I already did it once and I don't want
Okay.
to duplicate your leads.
Lori,
Yeah.
I've done it before too.
Okay.
But I'm actually getting an error when I click on that link. I don't know if anyone else is.
Which link? My guest
The-
book?
Yes. Let me try it again.
Lindsay, that happened to me before too when I was in a previous session with Lori.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it helps to go to an incognito window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I tried. It took me actually a full day. Like the next day I couldn't log in until I couldn't sign her guest book till the next day.
Ah, that's weird.
Okay.
And also might have
mine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
No.
created mine, and when I sign in, and it's not landing on the lead, and it is showing me you don't have a limit. You exceed the data, so you don't have a data limit. Storage, something like this.
Huh. Because I would get emails about I exceeded my limit, but they all still land on my leads pages. So I don't know. Like that, I still get the name of whoever visited, even though I've been getting emails about exceeding my storage capacity. So I don't know. I'm not sure how to.
Nothing is landing there in my case, and I'm getting the emails.
I wonder if you have the code right. See, I have Suma.
Yeah, I'll copy the code, whatever you are giving me in the later. Yeah.
Oh, and you change the org. Because this is my org, and this
Okay.
is the landing page. This is my landing page.
Okay.
So on this is actually the code. So I don't know, maybe there was something wrong. Oops. Let me put this, I will share this to everyone. Uh,
Lori, is there another way to see the traffic that's coming to your portfolio site? So let's say people are going, but they're not signing the guest book. Is there any kind of data you can get?
I haven't discovered how to,
Okay.
but there is, I used the blog.
Uh-huh.
I used the stat counter that I embedded in my site
Uh-huh.
to keep track of visitors, where they're coming from. It had a map. So I don't know if maybe you can create an account with a stat counter and just embed the code in this.
Mm.
I haven't tried, but that's an idea.
Okay.
I should write it down so I'll remember. So stat counter, that's what I was using.
Does the developer org expire anytime, or
I
is it?
think if you haven't opened it for a while, it will. I just don't remember how long.
I think it's 6
So-
months.
Is it 6 months?
So is it safe to develop your site there, or in the playground too, it expires?
I always open it anyway because I always add, especially now that I've been applying to jobs. Even before starting to apply to jobs, I would observe on LinkedIn what my connections would post about. I landed a job on blah blah blah, or I'm glad to announce that I start my day with blah blah blah. I start my work with so and so company. So I keep track of those companies and I enter them in my job application tracker if I'm interested in them. So these companies here is a account object that I renamed as companies. Okay. So I just make a new one, put the information. Sometimes it's funny because sometimes I would start typing and it would auto populate.
That's really nice. Actually.
Okay. So you just choose which ones and it will auto populate whatever there. Phone, address, website. This one, company LinkedIn profile, is something I added to this one. So it wasn't there before.
That looks nice, Lori.
Thank you. I now have some reports there. Anyway, but the thing is, it's in my playground, so all of these reports are from the package. Where did I put them? Public reports. I can't even find them now. Job. Anyway, yeah. It's fun if you create your job application tracker and then just put them all there.
Do you have somewhere once you interview, where you'll put in information?
You see this job posting?
Uh-huh.
That's opportunity object. Every job posting to me that I'm interested in is an opportunity.
Okay.
So I create a new job posting. I made a lot of these fields here. So I put the job ID if there is one, job URL, my contacts, like if I know an employee there or the recruiter there, I put them in here. But this is your primary contact. So sometimes it's through a recruiter that you learned of this company, but sometimes it's also through an employee that you know that that's your friend. So that's my primary contact. And then I essentially changed the path to this. Okay.
It's so cool.
Yes. Let's say this one. We're getting outside of the portfolio now. So I created the path, and you know how when you're building your path, you also have like the guide, what you wanted to put in there. All of these,
Mm.
all of these data that that's associated with each path, they're also in the details. And let's say I found a job posting. What I will do is I would copy the description of the job posting and I'll put it here.
Wow.
And then I forgot to update it. I actually submitted the application already. Oh wait, it is updated. So something like that. Okay. And of course, you have the related. I haven't played about with the layout here to remove some of them that I don't need. But yeah, basically that's it. If it works for my needs, not gonna spend too much time trying to be obsessive compulsive about the fields there. As long as I have what I need.
How long did it take you to build this?
One night.
One night? Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's so good.
Well, one night to establish this job posting, company contacts, and then what takes time is actually putting in the details. You know, creating your records. Which once you have this job posting, that's a record. Once you have a contact, that's a record. So let's say you had a recruiter reach out to you, but he did not actually give you any URL for a job posting. He just kind of described. So I just added him as a contact, and then I would put that in the description for him.
It's a good idea, but how much time did the portfolio site take?
My portfolio, as long as you're ready with all your images and how you want to lay it out, without looking at the time you spend to actually write whatever you want to write, just this thing took me 12 hours to figure out where to grab whatever, to remove what I did not want to appear, to replace the images. Yeah, about 12 hours. The beauty with you guys is you've already seen where to grab them. No more guessing game. It's just a matter of you just diving in there and what did she say about this? And then you'll find it, you know. So it should take you a shorter time.
So did you wireframe first on the entire site? So that's how it took less time because you wireframed everything.
Frame?
Yeah, I mean you planned the whole site.
Oh yeah.
visually, right?
Well, essentially I wrote down the pages that I wanted and just tried to imagine how they would look like, you know. So I actually I believe I have, because the very first portfolio like this that I built took me a while to figure out why the GIFs were not appearing. So I actually made this as a second one. So that older one, I still have that. The one that I have in the short clip that I posted about, it's still out there. So this is my second. The thing is, after I built this second, I don't know what I did with the first one. I think I played around with the menu somehow, and suddenly the GIFs were not appearing. And Brandon jumped on a Zoom chat with me. He was just gonna ask me something, but I already built this second one. So when I told him about the first one, what my problem was, then our chat became a discussion of troubleshooting what happened to that first one. That's why I was able to explain to you about that setting on this part here, the security thing. He helped me. And this beautiful layout, the HTML code there was also from Brandon. So it's really exciting to have connections who are willing to jump in and help you. And don't forget to publish. Every time you make changes, publish, publish, publish. That way you don't lose any of your work.
Did you take help of this Trailhead to create the initial site?
I did that Trailhead just to get the Quest badge. And I think I did it in October. And I was so, at the end of that exercise, I was like, geez, this looks pathetic. I don't have anything to put here that's related to Salesforce. And that's when I planned in my head what I need to build the story that I'm going to have here in my portfolio. So I was like, as soon as I was done with the trail mix, I was like, okay, time to build an app. Time to have my YouTube video. So I set them all up, and then the webinar for portfolio building came up, and I was like, I'm gonna go jump in there. And she had some more other examples, and I saw someone who actually posted her. Her name is Acelia. She posted hers, and that's where I saw the GIFs. And I was like, I'm gonna make one of those too. So I got a lot of ideas from her and during that webinar. And after that webinar, I just sat down and, okay, this is what I would like to build. 12 hours. The only breaks I had was, of course, eating, and 2 1-hour sessions, like webinars or meetups. That's it. And then it took me a long time to actually put the content about me, my experiences. It's important. I was told it was important that when you are going to put your experiences there, it's important for whoever visits your site that the first thing they see has to do with your being a Salesforce professional. So I had that, etc., etc. On the About Me page, of course, they want to know about you. So I have a generic About Me, but this Salesforce journey must be the first. I was told that should be the first. And then you can talk about other on your About Me to show them what your other side is. Okay. So you can put a lot of details here on your portfolio that you cannot just cram into your resume. And to me, having come from a non-tech background, to me that was important. That's why I really, really aimed to build this portfolio. And then realizing that to get them to actually visit my portfolio, I have to first grab their attention with my resume. So, all right.
This is amazing, Laurie. You have done a great job.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
You are welcome.
Lori, I had a quick question about the landing page for your web to lead form.
Okay, so
Where did you build it?
so I did create a new page for that, and it's on this thanks page, which I did not add to the menu. So I just added that image, and I added these links as well to remind people to connect with me.
Laurie, I applied that code but still it's not working.
Which code?
That the code which you
Oh,
sent
the
me,
HTML.
HTML, yeah.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
I'm not the expert on that.
Okay.
But I will suggest you look for, he's very helpful. Brandon Van, what's his last name?
Gelder,
Galder, I
I
think.
think so.
Yeah. Look for him on LinkedIn. He was the one who gave me that beautiful HTML code. And initially, I did not realize that I had to change the org ID. So I was like, where is it? Where is it? And apparently the guy who made the code was the one getting, and he was texting Brandon why he keeps getting these updates in his email about his orgs. Oh, I said, that's why. So it's the org ID. And the org ID, when you, okay, let's go to, where is it? Maybe this is what we're looking for. Let's get out of here. On the setup, web to lead. Oh, that's right. I haven't actually explained to you how to do this. So you create the web to lead form, right?
Okay.
And this is how you map whatever information you want there. Which
The
I've created leads for essentially what leads did I want in my record page. They landed here. So I just chose, okay, if I were the user, what will I most likely fill out? Of course, first and last name. I don't know if I did not make anything required because I don't want them to be discouraged from filling out the form. So I just put whatever there. Let's say I don't need the state, province. I don't need the city. The description is, where is that? Yeah. This description is not custom field. It was a standard field. So when I put it there on the guest book, that was this feedback. So I just kind of, on the HTML code, I changed that. So you have to have your landing page here. So let's see. So this is my landing page. And you paste it there. I don't want them to be discouraged from signing, so I don't want this CAPTCHA.
Mhm.
So you generate that. And you look for, just like I said, this HTML code, if you've seen the demonstrations somewhere by Charlie Pinslow in Focus on Force, she demonstrated this, and you know how it looks like? It looks so elementary. Like the fields, the boxes for the fields are right next to the text, if you've seen Charlie's. So this box here is like right here, so that if you have a longer text, the box is like out there. So it's so ugly. That's why I grabbed this HTML that he gave me. But this is what you will have to know. This one here, this is where you will put that. Okay. And then your landing page is this. So that will be what you will copy and replace this part here with that. Once you've done that, then you copy the whole thing and paste it onto your builder where you want it on your guest book. So yeah, you will paste it there. Just change whatever was there on the default HTML and save that, and it should appear like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah, I can try.
Okay. Now, once your leads land here, let's say a recruiter visited your page. Oh, I got more. What you can do is you can convert them. This is not sales. So this is just from my perspective as let's say I want to convert, because let's say she put in where she is, because she's a recruiter. I am a recruiter for this. Let's say she wrote it down on my description. So
So
she put-
leads here, the company you have applied.
no, whoever signed your guest book, if you put in the field for the company, you definitely you have the first name, last name for your contacts, right? Hopefully they will put in their company, and hopefully they will put in their whatever contact information that you will put in there for the fields that you want to appear on your guest book page. So if everything that if all of the fields that's necessary for you, that's important for you, if they put in all the information there, then once you have them on the lead, you kind of want to see, okay, is this someone I'm interested to apply for, or is this a company where I would like to apply? So you can convert that, and so if they put in the company and the person is a new contact, and you convert that, of course you can also choose not to convert to opportunity, but you just want, oh, this is a good contact, at least maybe an employee of a company signed it. So you don't really have an opportunity associated with it, because they're just making connections with employees of other companies. So you have a new account, you have a new contact, but you don't have an opportunity. So don't create an opportunity, and then you can convert that person, right? But if it's a recruiter, she put in her name, the company where she works, her name, and she's not someone in your database yet, and she gave you on the description a job opportunity, then you can label that as a new opportunity, and then just fill in the blanks. So once you convert that person, she disappears in your leads list and she becomes a contact. Let's say this one. So I look at the details, blah, blah, blah. And then I want to convert. So I don't know if I will be able to find that account name, but you can try to look for it. Maybe it will populate. I don't know if it will populate other fields in your actual account record. But let's say you want to convert that, and I don't want that to be an opportunity. So she gets converted and she becomes a contact. Okay, you are now my contact, and now I have added ABC as a company in my database. So company, I have ABC there, contact. I have you down here now. And you are no longer on my leads list. Cool? All right. Are we good there?
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Landing page, menu, other tiles.
They also have confetti, right? After you reach certain stage, there's a confetti. So just
Oh, I think you will have. I'm not sure. I think probably if your opportunity goes to like closed one, like maybe I'm not sure if that's pre-configured, but I think if you put it like a closed one opportunity, which for me is a job offered, accepted, I think that's when I will have the confetti. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You would have to configure the actual confetti itself because you can have it closed. You can have a closed option, but not without a confetti. So that confetti itself is something you configure on your object.
yeah, I think it's just a checkbox when you reach the closed one, you can opt to have a confetti there.
Oh yeah.
It's out of the box.
Where do you go to check that?
I think it's an opportunity path only. And there's a checkbox in the end which says you do want the confetti.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
All right. I think that's it, right? Are you guys pretty good?
Yes, that's really cool.
Now, don't forget, once you have your, what did I do here? It kicked me out. Once you have your portfolio and you're posting about it, tag me. Okay.
For sure.
And also subscribe to her channel.
Oh yeah. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
I already subscribed.
It's all here on my live portfolio. All the links are there.
Where's your channel?
So this is one important thing that I would like. The reason I want you to tag me, it's not only so I get the credit, it also helps you get exposure. Once you tag me, all of my followers see. It will appear on their notification about that post. If I comment on your post, whoever got the notification, my followers will see that I commented on your post and they might get intrigued. What's up? So they might check you out, they might connect with you. Okay.
True.
So it's one trick of networking that I learned over the past months.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's a win-win. You are showing also that you are expressing gratitude to whoever inspired you. And this is true for anything, not just for the portfolio building. Whoever inspired you, give them credit. Make others know, not just her or him. Make others know that you are this person who has an attitude of gratitude, who has the humility to acknowledge that someone else helped them learn what they learned, or someone else gave them an enlightening whatever, so that you finally realized whatever, just show them. And when you also comment about other people's posts, instead of just commenting, try to share their post, and whatever you put in the comment, put them on your post. So your post does not have to be an original thought of yours, but something that's inspired by others. It helps build your network. Okay.
Can you repeat that, Laura? It's actually very weak in this. Okay. Even Bradley told me to make yourself up, show your presence, I don't know.
Exactly. So let's say Bradley made a post and you had it really resonated with you. And so you made this beautiful comment. thanking him, blah, 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 blah. And it made me realize blah, 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 or I so need this or something. So after you make that comment, you know, on LinkedIn, how it appears, share with your network or something like that, or turn this into a conversation or something like that. I can't
Yeah.
remember. So
Yeah,
you,
share with your network.
yeah, so just click that button, and if you have to add some more, just put some more, and that's your post, which is you sharing his post, but with your comment being whatever you got from his post, why it triggered you to post, to share his post on your page, you know.
Yeah.
So not only you are exposed to him, not only are you exposed in the comment section of his post, but with you posting what he posted, all of his followers are also seeing you. If you wrote something enough that others are feeling the same way as you, or kind of thinking that you have a lot in common, they might ask to connect with you.
Mm.
So this is just a very easy way to find connections, really.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very nice.
Okay.
Lori.
Thank you so much, Lori.
you're so
Thank you.
welcome.
Thanks, Lori.
You
Thank
have a good
you.
weekend. You're welcome.
Thank you, Lori. Have a great weekend.
Thank you,
You
Lori.
too. Bye-bye.
Lori.
Bye.
Oh, sorry.
Yumi, did you say anything?
Yes, yes. I had a quick question.
Yeah.
So you know how you connected your job tracker with your dev org?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to, like, in my brain, figure out how that happened. How were you able to get your web to lead to go into your job tracker on your playground?
So
Yeah.
the web to lead I actually created in my playground because that's where my job posting is.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I needed the org ID from here.
Oh, you use the org ID from there and put it
Oh,
in.
wait. Yeah. This is where I created my web to lead. So that this is the org ID
Yeah.
that's why I was suggesting to you guys that if you're going to create your job app tracker, to make it
Yeah.
in the same dev org where you will have your
Right.
yeah.
No,
That way
but
you
I
don't
think
have to jump.
But I do think it's really cool that you're connecting different.
I
You
know.
know, Yeah, no, it's
I
really
just tried
cool.
that. I was like, I wonder if it's possible. Let's see if it works. And it worked.
So just to clarify, you took the org ID from your playground and you input it into that HTML.
On the web to on the
Yeah.
this form here that I shared with you.
Yeah, where the
So
first one?
This is the org ID.
Oh, and the org ID is the. Oops.
Oh my God, why can't
This
I
is,
change this?
So, but this is the org ID from the dev org, right? This is your dev org.
Yes, that's why you create your web to lead and you look for that number. So input type, hidden value. This OID here that's the org ID. So
That's the one from your playground that you got.
yes.
You got from the company settings. Yeah.
But if you have your job application tracker in your dev org,
Yeah.
you don't have to use, you won't have that playground. So it will be exactly this, because this one here is not the org ID for my job application tracker. Okay.
Right.
This is the org ID for my dev org.
Yeah.
So if you create this app in the dev org, you don't need this, right? Web to lead.
Well, that's where I created the web to lead. Oh, you mean to say because I gave
Yeah,
you
because
this?
so you're
this
linking
already?
playground with your dev org.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the reason you need it, but otherwise you
right. Otherwise, all you need is this and your landing page. And as you know, on your, I think it's on the setup anyway. Somewhere on the URL you can find it, but I'm not sure if you find it on the setup home, maybe. Anyway, kick me out. What the heck? Anyway, yeah, you'll find it anyway on the company information,
Yeah.
right? The org ID and whatnot. But yeah, for me, it's just easier to just, okay, let's try to create the web to lead, and then I'll grab from there, and then I post it on this, and then I have my return landing page here.
And but like see this org ID change this with yours. This is like you have labeled it or what? Labeled your org?
Yeah, it's automatically generated. Like if you go to
But you'll see number, right? Some numbers.
yeah, numbers and letters.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Yeah.
This one.
Down there. Yeah. But yours, like there are some letters there, right?
Yes, there are.
How did you?
So you just copy that and you change this highlighted.
Just the text okay.
Yeah, this part here, you change that with your org ID. Oop. Why did that appear?
Okay.
I guess I did not copy that, huh? So copy and change that part.
Okay.
So that's my org ID, and then this one is my thanks page. So I'll just to make sure that I have the right URL. Yep. So that's my landing page, and I will change this to that.
Thank you, Lori, for the clarification.
No problem.
Yes, I'm doing the same. So I'm just messing this thing, and that's why I'm unable to reach the landing page.
Oh, yeah. Did it fix it?
No, maybe like tomorrow I'll just sit down and figure out.
I wonder what's going on. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Going to
Thank
bed now.
you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Bye.
Thanks, Lori.
You're
Have a
welcome.
great
Have fun
Lori.
building your
time.
portfolio.
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Stop sharing and stop recording.